I want to get to tariffs, as in steel and aluminum. Our next guest is the head of a company which is already benefiting from those steel and aluminum tariffs. His name is Quasha. He is the CEO of Paringa Resources, and he's with us now. You're an executive of a coal mining company.
Yes,
right?
I am.
Admit to it, son. Go ahead. Right. And yet you say you are benefiting, your company's benefiting
Yes.
because of steel and aluminum tariffs. How does that work?
Well, I think specifically we need to focus on the bifurcation of the coal industry. We produce thermal coal, which is used in power production. And one of the benefits of the tariffs are the restarts of all of these steel and aluminum plants in the Midwest, which have been shuttered. And by my estimates, the restart of these plants, which require low-cost, reliable, coal-fired power, should increase power demand about 0.7% this year.
That's not much.
That is huge when you're looking at a power market that has had zero growth for the last 5 to 10 years.
So, okay, so you are producing more coal, more thermal coal, because of the steel and aluminum tariffs?
We will be producing more thermal coal. We have an interesting story. Paringa is the only company that's developing a brand new thermal coal mine in the United States today.
Okay, before you go any further, I have no clue what thermal coal is.
Sure.
You're going to tell me.
There's two main types of coal. Coal that's used for steel making, which is called metallurgical, and you use that in a blast furnace to make steel. The second main type is thermal coal. It's the larger part of the market. That's used primarily in power plants to create electrical power.
Is there a difference in the actual coal itself?
Yes, there is. Metallurgical coal is generally much higher quality and is much more expensive to mine and sells for generally a lot more than thermal coal does.
Ah, so you're the cheaper end of the market.
We are,
Sorry about that.
We like to think we are at the stable and larger end of the market, which is benefiting from strong growth across the globe, especially in Asia. There's a false narrative out there that coal is dead or is dying. And as Mark Twain said, rumors of its death have been greatly exaggerated. It will continue to grow globally through 2030. In this country, it's flat, but globally, there's a lot of growth.
And are you going to be exporting your stuff?
We plan to have the ability to export. We are in the Illinois Basin, and that coal actually is very good for exports because it is mined inexpensively, has a high heating content, and we have access to the river network where we can ship on barge or rail down through the U.S. Gulf and then out to the international market.
Paringa Resources.
Yes.
You must be huge Trump supporters.
The Trump administration has been very helpful for the industry. They've rolled back a lot of the unnecessary regulations.
Look, you're on Varney and Company. You don't have to be a diplomat. If you like Trump, you can damn well say it. You know, you don't have to hide your light under a bushel. Go.
I'm a big supporter of the Trump administration, and I'm a very big supporter, especially of Scott Pruitt, who is doing an excellent job at the EPA.
You see, there's a future for you on this program. Come right out with it and say it. Don't hold back, lad. Now, first of all, you are opening, or you're about to open,
yes,
the first thermal coal mine.
Correct.
Well, that seems rather strange to me. I mean, if it's such a big part of the industry, where are the thermal coal mines of the past?
They still exist. However, there was a big downturn in the last 5 years. We saw pricing drop to levels it hadn't hit in ages. Overall, production in the United States today of thermal coal is at its lowest level since 1979. Now, I remember that specifically because that's when I was born. So what we've had is a real issue with coal in the U.S. because cheap natural gas has been eroding coal's market share. It's gone from 40% of power generation to 30%. And on top of that, the previous administration's efforts to unnecessarily hamper coal has really hurt the industry. But now, with the Trump administration, we're getting ready to open this new mine, which frankly we would not have been able to do and finance if Trump had not been elected.
You see, I prompt you, and you're a font of information. You're flowing out there. Paringa Resources. Thanks very much for joining us, Grant.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it, sir. Thank you, sir.